Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to understand the Leetcode problem number 2751. It's a 2D contest problem. So the question saying that the robot collision. So there are n indexed robot, each having position on a line, and health we have given, and movement direction we have given. Means its position we have given on the line, health we have given, and the movement direction we have given. These three things we have given for each robots. So there are n number of robots. Now it is saying that you are given 0 indexed integer array, that is position, health, and a string contains directions, right? So directions at I is what? Is the direction either left, L for left, or R for right. Either direction you have in the left direction or the right direction for any from any index. So all integers in the position are unique. Whatever we have given the position, all are unique. Okay, all positions. It's not duplicate. It's not the same. Okay. So the robot start moving on the line simultaneously at the same speed in their given directions. So if two robots ever share the same position, right, while moving, they will collide. If two robots share the same position, it means there will be a collision, okay, and they will get collide. Now it is saying that if two robot collides, what will happen? So if the two robot collides, the robot will be robot with lower health is removed from the line, okay, and the health of the other robot decrease by 1. If it got the collision, means the lower robot health will be removed and the health of the other robot decrease by 1. Let's suppose 10, it goes to 9. It is 11, it goes to 10. Like that happen, okay, and other will be removed. The surviving robot continue in the same direction it was going. If both robot have the same health, they both remove from the line. Okay, means if the strength are having same, both will remove. If not, the stronger one will stay and the weaker one will remove from the line. Okay, but the stronger one health will decrease by 1. This is what it is saying here. Further, it is saying that your task is to determine the health of the robot that survived the collision in the same order that the robot were given. So final health of the robot if he survives, final health of the robot 2 if survive, and so on. If there are no survivors, return an empty one. Whoever will get survive after the collision, we have to return the everything, the health. Okay. Now, if many is there, more than one is there, you have to return everyone's. Now it is saying return the array containing the health of remaining robots in the order they were given in the input. After no further collision can occur, the position may be unsorted. Okay. So position can be given as unsorted. As you can see here, example 1, we have the robot that is on the position 1 and its health is, let's say, 10. So you have given, these are the healths we have given, these are the directions you have given, and these are the positions you have given. So position is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 we have given, and all are on a line we have given. And their directions we have given, all are going in the right direction. So what will happen? There is no going in the same direction, so no collision will happen. So we will return the overall health that we have given, because collision will not happen. But in this case, if you see, the collision will happen, because if you see, this is going in the left side and this is going in the right side, both having the same collision. What will happen? 10 and 10 we have, so collision will happen. Similarly 3 and 4 we have, right? So the collision will happen and some will survive. So you have to return that. We'll discuss more, don't worry. And similarly for this case. So these are the examples we have given. Now we have the constants we have given. So you can pause and go through the constants. So let's try to understand what I'm going to discuss in detail. But if you are coming for the only the solution, right, you can pause this video and you can go for the solution, right? I'll show you how to implement it. Okay, otherwise you pause this and try to get it, or I will put in the comment box. Okay, you pause and go through, you can get it. But if you want to understand, let's continue and try to understand. Okay, so we have discussed that these things we have given, the collision we have given, right? And what we have to do, we have to return the health of the remaining robot that we have already discussed. Let's talk about, these are the examples that we have seen, right? So what is the problem? What is the problem? Problem is you have robots on the given line and each one has a position, health, value and a directions. So either you are moving right or left, so all the robots move at the same speed. So when two robots collide head on head, one going right and one going left, means one is going in the right direction and one is going in the left direction, only collision will happen here, correct? So the weaker one dies and the stronger one loses one health. If they are equal, both dies. Your job is to return the health of the every robot that survives and listed in their original order. So the thumb rule is one rule that makes everything click, means the two robots going the same directions never collide, and only the right and the left one, if it is happening, means it's moving, that having a fight. So let's try to understand through this example. The very first is we have given the test, right? Let's suppose is 140 and position we have given, health we have given, and direction left and right. So let's suppose that this is the robot 1 we have given and this is robot 2 we have given. So if these two robots we have given, right, so as you can see that give me 1 second guys. As you can see, it is going in the right direction and this is going in the left direction. It means definitely somewhere the collision will happen because it's closing in, right? And its health, if you see, it's having 10 and it having 11, right? So something will happen there and we'll get some value. This position is 1, its position is 40. So the very first what should happen, that they will collide, that is guaranteed, because R1 has more health because 11 is greater than 10. So R1 will win, that is we know. And R0 will destroy, means this will get destroyed. So R1 loses health and it will survive with the power because it reduced by 1. Okay, so the answer is 10. Let's try to understand how the algorithm will process, right? So let's suppose that we have something we have given, that we will go through some steps, one after the 5 sorting. The very first step is to sort the position, right? Sort by the position. So before anything, sort the robot by their position on the number line. So let's suppose this is 1 and this is 40, we have sorted, so it's already sorted, so we don't need to do. Otherwise, if not sorted, because position can be given anything, so you have to sort the robot position. So R0 is 10, R0 is at position 1 and R1 is at 40. So the order is R0 and R1. This is the original order we have here after the sorting. So let's suppose that now we'll process the R0, the direction is R, right? So if it will process in the right direction, so R0 will keep moving right side, right? And right mover, that is we are talking about this one, can never be hit by anything to itself by its left, right? So we just push it onto the stack and we'll wait. What we'll do, we'll put on, it goes into the stack as you can see, and if you see on the top, the R0 first comes. So on the top, what we have, R0 we have. So we have R0 we have pushed onto the stack. So R0 is on the stack, right? So if we find the top of the stacks, you will get the R0. Now what will happen? We'll process the R1, direction is in the right direction, right? So R1 will also process. So R1 moves left side, means this side we are talking about, and we found that stack has R0 already because we have already added going on the right direction on the top. So these two are heading towards each other and somewhere it having the collision. So we have to compare. So R0 10 and R1 is 11. So which one is bigger one? That will we know. Now we know that R1 will win because its health is more, it's more power we have. So the R1 is stronger and R0 is destroyed. So R0 is destroyed means its value should be 0 and it should pop from the stack. So now the stack will become empty one. So R0 has been popped. R1 is, the R1 health become 10 minus 1 because 1 we have to decrease, and the stack is now empty. It means R1 is surviving. Now all the robot will process and there will be collision will happen. So we'll collect all the survivors, right? So it is already processed, and after the collision we have to collect all the survivors. So what we will do, we'll loop through the original indices 0 to 1 and we'll check, okay, R0 is, we have to skip. R1 we will check, okay, include because it is survivor, so we'll add the result of the survivor health. Okay, what is remaining, it is there. Okay, so after the collision it will happen because R1 we have R0 we have to remove and another it will survive. So what is the intuition here? So think of the stack as a waiting room of the right movers. So every robot going right sits in the waiting room, and the moment a left movers arrives, it heading towards whoever is sitting at the front, that waiting room have a fight. So 3 outcomes for each fight. The very first is left mover is weaker. If it is mover, it will die, and the right mover will lose with one point, right? Then the another thing happen, if left mover is stronger, so right mover will die and it will remove from the waiting room, and the left mover survive but now faces the next robot in the waiting room. And the third point will say that health, equal health. If both having the same, means both will be removed, means left mover stop fighting and waiting room shrink by 1. So these 3 are important. Now this keeps fighting until you lose the room is empty, and loop is exactly the while inside the else branch in the code. So this way you have to solve the problem, you have to implement the code, right? Means very first thing that you have to think of the stack as a waiting room. So waiting room is a stack where we will keep putting the robot which is going right side, right? It will sit into the waiting room. So and these 3 concepts will happen, means the moment a left robot will move right, we have to think about these 3 concepts. Okay, so let's try to understand here the thing we have given. The very first we have given position, then health we have given, and the directions we have given. 3 things you have given. The very first is you will define a position, int position dot length, you will get the n, means number of robots you can find here. Now you have to sort the position, so we process the left to right, right? We have to process from left to right. So you will say index array will find, you will create, and will start from 0 to less than n, and index at I will start from 0 and will keep adding the value. Now what you will need to do, you will do the sorting. Very first thing you have to do is the sorting of the position, because once you do the sorting, you will know that we have to hold all those into the waiting room, right? So step 2 is to stack hold indices of the right movers waiting for the fight, and in that case you will create a waiting room that is called stack, and we'll talk about this how we are going to do that. But once suppose that you will hold on the stack, then what we need to do is the survivor will come for any after that. Let's suppose you will add into the waiting room, then some fight will happen, right? So some survivor will stay. So once the survivor will stay, you have to include all those survivors health into the result. So you will say, okay, health at I is greater than 0, means these are survivors health, so you will add onto the result and you will return. Let's talk about how you will hold on the stack. So a stack will hold the indices of the right movers. So right movers is, it will move from this side, okay, for a fight. So let's suppose what we will do, we'll create a stack. It's a kind of waiting stack, waiting room, we can say that. We'll start with the idx, right? So we'll check on the directions at caret I is right, means we have to push on the stack, because right movers just wait in the stack. And in the else condition, we'll say, okay, left mover, the fight every right movers on the top of the stack, means we have to fight every right movers on the top of the stacks. So we'll say the stack is not empty and health is greater than 0. It means we'll pick from the top and we'll check its health, if whose health is greater than the top one, or the incoming health is greater than health at I. So we'll find if it is greater, means right moves win and left dies and right loses. If that happens, so top will happen minus minus, and the left one which is coming is become 0, because it is less left one is, means left one is less than the right one. In that case, we will set 0 for the right one, the left one. Similarly, we'll take the health, the right one is less than the left one, means the right will dies and the left will lose with 1 point. So you will say, okay, do current health will minus minus, then top health will become 0, the right one become 0, means it will dead, and the will remove from the stack. It means the right health will decrease by 1. If both having the same, means both will die. It means health, the right one, the left one, and the right one both will become 0 0 and will remove from the stack. So if this thing happen, means all these cases will work. And then you know that in the last, what we need to do, all the survivor health will return in the result. I hope you understood the problem, what we are trying to say here, and you have understood the approach and the solution. If you really like this video, please hit subscribe this channel and let me know in the comment section if you have anything. And thank you for watching this video. And this is the complexity thing, you pause this and go through. So please like, subscribe, and please support ExpertFunda. In case you are new, share with your friends this video, and anything you have, you can ping me in the comment box. And if you want to do preparation through the online with me, so you can join the online classes, right? You can contact me through the WhatsApp and you can join the online classes. Classes are going on, so you can join. And that's all I have in this video. Thank you so much.